I already sent the invite, big fella. I ain't get one.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC, and to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Tight end's right. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a first down throw. Kelly finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Cook stripped.
Oh!
And this is picked up by the Bears.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Watch tight end. Hurry up. 3 down. Hey, over. Detroit. Leopard.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go with Howard again. About 3 yards there to the 27. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Leopard! Crunch!
Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Check 55, Mike. Leopard! You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson-Dejo. And he's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start, but a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as
that fumble had me scared, big fella.
It's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick 6, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Fighting through it, he's got space. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Gun.
On first down, Trubisky. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Shift together here from the D-line. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Over! Detroit!
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Strong right! Detroit! Here we go now!
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Big Ed!
They go play action. Trubisky, the catch made by Miller. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Double tight! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, look at 56!
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he takes this one in for a Bears Touchdown. Jordan Howard taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And
He
that's
tried.
how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hey, we got four down.
The catch is
good
made by
pass.
Kendall Wright. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Double tight. Over. Detroit.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Check. Lucky. Hot.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
There we go. Oh, yeah. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 319. 63 check. Over. Come on, D.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Check 49.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Watch it now, Barney. There we go now. 319. All right, now, look at 56. SOS.
They snap it at one. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Blue 90! Gone! Back to the Philly, here we go!
On 1st and 10, Kelly. That's complete. The former basketball star, Rico gathers. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when
What the fuck?
their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
That's
I'm holding square and this nigga possession catches shit for a screen pass. Oh my god, bro.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Check 50. Shift. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Dang!
Complete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The man in motion is right.
I got him. I got motion man. Me. I got this. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. And that'll make it third down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Leopard. Leopard.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Eluding the pressure right.
Wow.
That was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
I was just looking at this.
33 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Leopard. No.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Don't do that. You're such a liar.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Hurry up.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You're an idiot,
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. But when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm. Absolutely. They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and
under pressure now, and they get to Kelly. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down.
He go to that shit every time.
While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel.
He go to that cover 4 shit every time.
Watch him now, Barney! Leopard!
Play action, it's Kelly.
36!
Oh my God.
Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. Look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing here, Trubisky toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end's right. Hurry up.
On second down, Trubisky out to the flat. That's complete.
I missed that nigga.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Vikings.
Leopard! Detroit!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Hurry!
fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Good job.
Second down, Kelly. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that takes us from second to third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Green 39! Green 39! Check. 3 down. Motion. Bump. Leopard!
From the gun, Kelly. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Mitch Unrein able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Turn it up!
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Detroit! He wasn't ready!
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Strong right.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
On first down, it's Kelly. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On first down, Kelly. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Shreds him with a stiff arm. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Here we go now.
Now a first down throw. Kelly.
Four down, four down, four down.
He gets it here to Peak. Give him 30 yards there. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And an alley to run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
All right, here we go. Kelly now. Looking to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Here's Kelly to throw on second down.
Fuck?
And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
How the hell you get out there
Right there, those
fast?
linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
That didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Now Kelly. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Now let's go. Kelly on 1st and 10. Over the middle here to Rudolph. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He's going to air one out.
Check 52.
Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it, and it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
No, check.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
3 down. Whip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
3 down.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Second down following the run. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take back that Philly. Here we go. Safe. Watch it now, Barney.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Kendricks able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Wilson has it. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check. 55 to Mike. No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Leopard. Oh, Detroit. Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Cameron Meredith, 62 yards. And the Bears have broken the tie. And he's able to put it through.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. For the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On the carry, it's Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Going deep for Diggs. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is right through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Over! Here we go! No.
Now Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go! No. Check! Patriot! Back 99 Philly! Here we go! Over! No. Check! Patriot!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Now, lucky 56. All right, here we go. Lucky 56. 3-19.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Detroit! Leopard!
Defense showing blitz.
Blue, all right, now, lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Check 31. Watch tight end. Tight right. Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Barney. No. Me. No. Slam. Leopard. Out. Watch him now, Barney.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bears on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
No. Leopard. Detroit. Over.
On third down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Hurry up. Here we go.
Now it's the backup Keenum. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. All right, here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger
I
play.
think
We often say, get it to him in
nothing.
space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
All right, here we go. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll let their wide receiver take this one. It's Diggs. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play.
Yeah.
I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Check 99. Detroit.
Now Kelly. Brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And Forbath will put this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know, the field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Over.
start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Good.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
No. Check. Patriots. Here we go now. Over. Hurry up, here we go. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Sims.
What the
Able
fuck?
to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, they run with Howard. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Again, it's Howard. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Detroit! Oh, yeah! Hurry up, here we go! Blue, Detroit! Check 53! Watch him now, Barney! Get in the way! Leopard!
Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa! Let's get it.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I know he ain't got it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. Got him there.
Oh my
It's a
god.
gain of 14 there. And the
Oh, I
Bears
thought he was
are
about
gonna
to
get
pick
a
that
first.
bitch.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watch him now, Barney!
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down.
Hey, alert 3!
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Over! All right, here we go. Back there, that Philly. Hot! All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green, back there to that Philly. Here we go.
Trubisky to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well. A little too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. No. Check. Patriots.
They run it again with Cook, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Watch it now, Barney. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll run it. Here's Cook, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. On 1st and 10, Kelly. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Blue 9, Detroit!
To throw is Kelly. Off the bootleg. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now Kelly throwing on 1st down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Gone! All right, now, look at 56. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this.
Detroit! All right, now, look at He's coming, double up. Check 43. Here we go now.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Double tight. All right, here we go. 3 down.
A play fake. Now Kelly. And his throw is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened. He needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
We got three. Let's go. 3 and 9.
From the gun, Kelly. He'll find Thielen working the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Tight end right. All right, here we go. Leopard. Leopard. Hey, 4 down. 4 down. Hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge. Back 9 out, Charlie. Here we go. Set. 3-19. Over. Hurry up. Here we go. Leopard. Whip.
Hike the ball. Hike the ball. Oh my God. Why would hike the ball?
We get a timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play.
Wow.
So here now is Kai Forbath with the pressure on. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right down Broadway. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
Yeah, I was like, hike it. He wasn't doing nothing.
It is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears
I
offense now heading back out onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays.
Probably just some bitch still got 3 timeouts.
Get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Right. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Watch you now, Barney. Bang. Detroit. Now let's go. Blue 90.
In motion right is Wilson.
Over. Detroit. Motion. All right, now, lucky 56.
He's back to throw. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Strip that ball. Leopard. Set. 3-19.
And the wideout in motion.
Get him. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Say.
The man in motion is right.
Switch. No. Gun. Detroit.
taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down.
No, check, Patriots! Hurry up, Patriots!
Hey. You got 3.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Check 24. Check 24.
Detroit!
Motion. Pump.
Gun! Hot!
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Over.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Sponge. Watch him now, Barney. Leopard. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock.
Good
now
game,
with
big
15
fella.
seconds remaining. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they left their defense with no margin for error.
No, zero. And I don't care how much.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks
Oh,
it.
God,
And
the
a good
crowd.
turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end, he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. Second down now after the incompletion.
Tight end right.
Watch him now, Barney. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie...
God. Oh, no. My left tackle is gone. Fuck. 5. Fuck, man. Word. My left tackle gone, big fella. Bruh. I don't think so. This shit crazy. Huh. Damn.
Like, shit don't make sense.
You gotta be the home team though.
Still don't make sense.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Bulldogs going up against the Chiefs.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready.
Oh,
As
I
get
can't
set
think
to
of
match
the
up
this
between the
fucking
London
league.
Bulldogs and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got three down, three down. Here we go now. Green. Mike Wall. Back out Philly. Here we go.
Throwing on first down, David. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And the D looking like they may blitz. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's go. Green. Detroit.
From the gun on third down, David. And it's complete to Kelsey. A big play on third down for the Chiefs. And even 50 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now it's Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Two times. Here we go now. Left four down.
Off the bootleg. David. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jarrell Casey in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Off play action. David trying to lay one up deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Butker now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
I played like 2 games, bro.
Watch right there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Shane Ray coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7.
Double tight.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Four down.
Escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Watch number 5. Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So the offense has it first and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
They'll set up a throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Reggie Ragland leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Flushed out right. Unable to corral him, he fights through. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he floats one there, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. 1st and goal from the 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Kill. Hurry up, all right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch twins.
Kamara trying to right side. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down.
Stop right there. Now let's go. Blue, line it. 3 down.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. The swing pass caught. And he'll take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Watch you now, Barney. Here we go now. Watch you. Gun. All right, now, look at that. Now, check. Patriot.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Shane Ray in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll it out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Fielded at about the 28. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Strong right. Here we go now. 3-19.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Check curls.
On 1st and 10, David. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Looking to throw. David. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
4 down. Here we go.
Back to throw. David. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarrell Casey in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Strong right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. David. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
When I see a play like that, I come
I
back to
get all
risk
these
reward.
niggas.
I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Give him 13 yards there at a Kansas City first down. Now Hunt.
Nah,
Able
Red
to push
Dead.
his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw on second down. David. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. David. And this is going to be incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Reggie Ragland in there to get him his second sack now in the afternoon.
What's left? What's left? Now let's go. Green, Leopard.
They're going to look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, watch you now, Barney. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Over.
look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be knocked down sideways. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. David being chased out left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
3 buds, 3 buds. Single. I got a single in the slot. Now let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 1st down, David. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. David. And going deep for Hill. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. An NFL update. They're in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. Remember to keep it up. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Partner, was that Justin Houston breaking up a pass on his own drop there?
It was indeed the former Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, normally what we talk about with him, rushing the passer. That's where he's really earned his reputation, but showing here he can be a complete player with that great speed of his.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense.
Get the fucking Call of Duty shit.